Hey guys, how are you doing? Lewis here. I wanted to share something that went on today in terms of two of my friends. So one of my friends just got promoted to a very high position in her company, and my other friend didn't really get promoted. He actually has a lot going against him right now, and it's really interesting in terms of their scopes of pride that I saw from each one of them for today. So, you see, for my friend, the young lady, where for her, she was getting promoted to a very high position uh, within her company, and she has to do a promotion speech and have some things prepared ahead of time, and it's a very big deal. Not a lot of people get promoted to this position, and empowering the young women of the world, and it's great. And she's a bright young lady, and she worked very hard, but she was not excited at all about getting to do the promotion speech or anything of that nature, at least not in the beginning. And she called me, asked for advice in terms of what she should write and speak about and what she should project, and really came down to what the struggles that she went through and how she should share that with everyone else. And she was not really excited to share that with people. And why? It's because she thought it was just no big deal. Really, she thought it was just kind of like BS, and company coming together and having a gathering for all its people, and then the promotion speech, and that's great. And she thought maybe it wasn't very authentic, that it just happens every so often someone gets promoted, and she didn't think that it was a big deal. Meanwhile, it is a big deal. She worked very hard for several years, and to get promoted to a higher position, that's something that you should take pride in. And I say should take pride in, because most people would be really happy that they got promoted and they get to do a bunch of new things also, but she wasn't really excited. And when I thought about the reason for that, is because she, in my opinion, she didn't really understand of how much control that she held in that situation. A lot of people love to fight for control in one way or another. Most of the time people are fighting to take control of their own lives. And in my opinion, for her, she really didn't see that she was in so much more control now of what she had going on, because essentially the only person she had to answer to from now on was herself. And that's a really big deal. Not a lot of people get to do that unless you work really hard at whatever industry that you're in. And it's a shame she didn't see that. And she's not wrong for thinking that, because that's just how she feels. And she feels how she feels, and that's it. But it's just a shame, in my opinion. I built my own company up before also, from the ground up, and you got to take pride out of the things that you have done yourself to get to the next level, and also the things that your people have done. If you have employees, the things that your people have done to get themselves to the next level, how you push your people, how your people have pushed you. And it's a big deal. It's a promotion, not just for yourself, but also for your people. And that's important. And that's a certain note, that's a certain trait, or just you noticing the kind of pride that you have for what you're doing, and for yourself, and for you, and for your team, and for your people. So I just thought that was a shame, because later on, we definitely talked a bit more, and she expressed that she did have those feelings. And when the speech actually came through, it was actually great. And she thanked her team, and she spoke about the troubles that she had and such, and it was actually a great speech. But I wanted to share the before speech, her mentality, because several people go through this also. That a lot of people just think that maybe they win at something, whether it's a promotion, or whether they get a win out of life somehow, and they don't really treat it as a win. They treat it as, okay, something positive happened, but let's put it away, and let's just focus on what we need to focus on. And that's nice and everything. That's good that people are focusing on moving forward, but people need to recognize the wins, that they have, whether it's a big win or it's a small win. In my example, that's actually a really big win. But even if it's a small win, let's say you have, crappy luck throughout the week, but you came across a good day, you need to hold on to that good day in terms of, today's a good day. You need to recognize the things that are happening for you, to you, whether you call it luck or whether you call it, like the flow of energy or whatever it is. But that's it. You need to recognize the positivity that's kind of happening in your life. And then when you really express that to other people, it's kind of like you recognize it a bit more. Instead of seeing it one direction, just the way that you're seeing it, then you can see how your people, employees are seeing it, or your family or friends or someone else who might need help. And that's that. That comes down to really how you see things or how you want to express things. The next example I have is really my other friend who was not promoted at all. He is somebody who is really struggling between the notion of whether he should get a job or keep doing his own business. And his business is not skyrocketing, it's just starting. Now, he's very entrepreneurial, and he really wants to get things going, but he doesn't have any kind of foundation or anything of that nature. Now, he's shown to me already, which is great, that he has great work ethic and student mentality, that he takes a lot of notes and things of that nature. He's very interested in what he wants to pursue, which is great. It's great to have that kind of passion. But he had no practical framework. So he moved out of his parents' house, not too long ago, and he doesn't have anything really super stable to hold him down right now. So, it also came down to his pride in terms of when I was having the conversation with him also today, with his situation. The fact that he just doesn't want to have any kind of job, he just wants to stay completely entrepreneurial. And that's great to have that kind of drive. Now you need to think of what it is that you're trying to accomplish, and think about it emotionally and practically. So if you're somebody trying to pursue your dreams, or someone trying to pursue whatever it is, either dreams or business or anything of that nature or whatever it is, that's great. You gotta, take action now and kind of plan along. It's good to plan plus take action, plan for the future plus take action now. Take steps to move forward. But he was being a little bit drastic, in my opinion. So he had no full income coming in since he doesn't live at home, and he's kind of not super hot, paying what he needs to pay consistently in terms of, like, let's say, his housing situation or anything of that nature, and it's a kind of different variation of pride. What I believe was hitting him. The fact that he didn't want to let go of the notion that he was in control. And again, it kind of comes down to control, that he was in control of what's happening. And, he doesn't want to give up in a sense and go work a, classic job, 9-to-5 job or whatever it may be, entry level or higher kind of position job. He just want to stick to his own entrepreneurial thing. And that can work at times, but I mean, it's usually better to play smarter, and the way you play smart is usually working hard consistently, but also, like I said before, planning so you could accomplish what you're trying to build, midterm, long term, while doing what you have to do right now, practically, also in the now, immediately. So if you're somebody who, let's say, for the rest of you guys, if you're somebody who needs cash, that's cool that you want to start your own business or do whatnot. But if you don't have cash, or you don't have experience, you don't have anything going for you to kind of hold you steady for what you're trying to build, then you need to get some of those things first, if not at the same time as you're building whatever kind of entrepreneurial kind of path you're building for yourself. Otherwise, it's kind of, silly almost that you're just kind of betting everything on one shot, maybe on a couple weeks or on a month, and then after that, if it doesn't go through, then what are you going to do? Just restart from zero or negative? And entrepreneurialism is pretty tough. So what you want to do is you want to take calculated risks. All risks are mitigated with the more knowledge and skill that you have. So mitigated pretty much means lessened. Risks get smaller the more skill and knowledge that you have. But you also need to be practical. What you want to do is have, let's say, some kind of income coming in, and then work on what you're going to work on, and be able to build that up so it can supplement your income, or be a second form of income, or just, combine it until it kind of just overwhelms the first line of income that you've had, so then you can let go of the first thing that you were doing, and that's kind of a stepping stone. You build the next thing and the next thing, and it just keeps going higher. And that's usually what entrepreneurs do. They build up one thing to kind of supply either multiple streams of income, or they build something up quite well, so then it really supplements what they have going on, or it just really is something that they build up where it just overwhelms the first thing that they're doing, so that they don't have to do the first thing anymore. And it's pretty logical. But you accomplish those things by attacking it, with practicality, but also with emotion and fire, and knowing that's what you want to do, or that's what you want to be accomplishing, and attacking it on a regular basis. And you accomplish these things. You accomplish those goals. So I wanted to share that with you guys. It was pretty interesting. I had two of my good friends today that I had these conversations with, where they had two very different things going on, and it boiled down to their notion of the pride that they were taking in that situation. So I'm making this video just to share with you guys, and hopefully you guys can take away some perspective from it. Perspective is important, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.